Gloria, thank you so much. That was so rich. You know, it will yield a lot more conversation for those who watch the video. And I just only want to say, as an Jamaican descendant myself, but born in a different part of Central America, we are sisters in terms of the region. The stories are almost identical.
Yeah, yeah.
Almost identical. It have probably some little, you know, um, what we would say bemolcitos is,
Yes.
you know, we're coming from immigrant people and, you know, all the difficulties that they had to
Right.
establish themselves within a space that did not accept them. Different to your experience when the second wave, that is what they said, the second wave of
Right.
people of African descent, we also had the colonial people, but we don't
Mhm.
really know much about them. You know,
Exactly.
if you are not in the university or doing a research or stuff like that, you know, it's very little that you know about them. Immigrants, the second group that came,
Right.
well, they just like you, what you said, they did not come here as enslaved people. They came as migrant laborers, and you know the same story. But I think listening to you, your work captured, you know, and a lot of the story that was invisible. And although here in Costa Rica, we can say the academia write a lot, I think, well, not a lot, but at least
Yeah.
the academics will mention the immigration and stuff like that. I think there
Yes.
is still a lot more work to be done in terms of their contribution, and hence what we are doing with this channel, you know, because,
Right.
well, yes, we have a day, but, you know, everything we had to fight for. So first it started with a day, and now we have a whole month
Oh, wonderful.
dedicated. The month of August is our month,
Okay.
so it's a whole month. But still, you know, I know there are effort. I know you have like Rena Cáceres, Queens, Duncan, and all those, you know, made their contribution in terms of
Yes.
checking, you know, the type of information in the primary and secondary school. But I think we still have a lot of work to be done, because you still have those um, discourses, those negative discourses um, about the Afro-Costa Ricans. So still, as you said, there's still a lot of work to be done.
My trip to Costa Rica was very rewarding, very enriching to me because when I saw all that you all had accomplished and everything, I came back fully motivated. We have
Yes,
to do more.
yes,
We have
yes.
to do more because we can't wait for them
No,
to do
never,
it. And we
never.
can't turn around and say they didn't.
No, mm-mm,
I said
mm-mm.
it's up to us to say, I am here, we are here.
Mhm.
Know us, see us.
Not only that we are here, we are citizens. We are citizens of the country where we're
Right.
born in. So we have
Absolutely.
all the right, all the responsibility, because they exploit all the resources that we have in terms of our
Yeah,
culture and our abilities.
yeah,
But we
yeah.
deserve to be there also in terms
Absolutely.
of the recognition of our contribution.
Yeah, absolutely. So the struggle continues, to be recognized, to be accepted and recognized and respected.
Respected. Exactly.
Respected. One of the challenges that I face is that I totally resent the term negrita or
Uh,
negrito.
yeah,
I have
yeah.
a major problem with that.
All of us.
But the Guatemalans, the Black Guatemalans here, they don't have a problem with it. They don't have a problem with people touching their hair. So
God, no.
they are still at that point where, oh, Gloria, there's nothing wrong with it because they got used to it.
They
And I
internalize the racism. That is what. Well, here in Costa Rica, you still have people that would use the term negrita, but people are becoming more aware. So we, like what you just mentioned there about the distinction between Afro-descendientes, Afro-Costa Ricans. Here in Costa Rica, people are internalizing the term Afro-Costa Ricans more, right? Which
right.
for me is positive, because I prefer they
Absolutely.
refer to us as Afros Afros, whatever, instead of
Yeah.
negrita,
Yeah.
because the thing with the hair, they still have issues with the hair. They still would want touchy hair, but
Yeah.
you still have to keep re-educating them and tell them we are not pets, So,
Exactly.
but I think in that aspect we are a little more advanced than you in that, because
Yes.
that conversation is going on.
You,
That
it's
conversation, if
yeah.
it's even in
Well,
a vex way,
well,
it
we
is.
still need to open up that conversation and have it,
Mhm.
because the people, and it comes from their mentality. They think the word, ay, pero para decir negro es tan feo. I said, it's because you think black is ugly. I don't.
Exactly.
So the problem is in you.
Have a name. When you refer to the other people, you call them señorita, señora. Why you calling me negrita?
Right.
I'm not a color. I'm a human being. I mean,
Exactly. So
you
we are
know.
still in the stage where we need to address that in Guatemala.
Mhm.
But I am very pleased to say that although, well, we are not where we used to
There
be,
is some
which
right
was
of it.
invisible. Now, when someone meets us, they would ask, "Are you
Mhm.
Garifuna?"
Well, that's good. Yes,
Which is a major improvement.
of course, of
They
course.
don't just assume that you are.
Cultural identity is very important. I mean, people are not defined by their culture, should not be defined by their culture, right? Because a lot of us look the same, but we are different.
And
So it's
we want to be known for that difference, because I said I don't see anyone telling the Europeans that they are just European. The Irish is like they walk around with sign that says "Kiss me, I'm Irish," "Kiss me, I'm Italian." So why can't I say "Kiss me, I'm Jamaican," or "Kiss
exactly.
me, I'm Guatemalan"?
That is the way, that is one of the ways racism is manifested, trying to negate to us all those things that is
Yeah.
part, to reinforce our identity, to keep us invisible.
I was so shocked when I got an email and it said the reason why they used to call us Negroes is because most of the slaves came out of a place called Negro land in Africa.
Mm.
And that's why they called us Negroes in the beginning. And in order to disconnect us from the land, they went from Negroes to niggers, okay? And then it went on to different, till now we are African Americans. But there was a land, and I looked it up on the map. There was a land in Africa that was known as Negro land.
Okay, that one is new to me. I have to
But if
research
you
that.
want to destroy a people, take away their roots.
Yes.
Because as African American or niggers or blacks or all the other names that they use for us, it doesn't give us
Yes.
Negro land.
Yes. Yeah, yeah,
Negroes gave us that land, but they changed it because they obviously didn't want us to connect.
of course. But that's
Roots are important, but one of the things that I quote a lot in the book is a Nigerian saying, I believe it's Nigerian, it says, "Until the lion learns to write, the hunter will always tell the story of the hunt."
exactly. Yes, yes. I learned that from one of our leaders in Limon, Delroy Barton. And it's true. It
Yeah,
is
it
true.
is.
Because
We
if
can't
you
wait for
don't know
them.
your history, people is
Yeah,
going to tell you anything and you're going to believe it. So you have to know where
right.
you're coming from.
So we have to know our history. We have to write our history. We have to share it.
Right.
There isn't a book in Guatemala beside mine.
Oh God.
And I did not write the book as how I came about writing the book? I'm going to share this with you, okay? I left Guatemala at the age of 12. My mom went 4 years before me.
Right.
What happened is during the 4 years that I was here waiting for my mom to send for me, I was misused, I was abused, I was mistreated, I was everything bad. So by the time I left Guatemala, I hated Guatemala and everything and everybody.
Right.
I swore I would never, ever come back here.
Okay.
And I didn't. My mother came a couple of times. I sent my son. My son lived in Guatemala for a year. He learned Spanish. Me, never coming back. Everybody knew that I was never, ever setting foot back in Guatemala. In 2008, I kid you not, Carmen, I heard a voice that said to me, "Go to Guatemala." And I looked up and I said, "No, no." But you know something? In 2008, I did come. I did come to Guatemala. And that started my journey. That's when I made the observation and started working on it came to me to write the book. Mm-hmm. In 2014, when I was invited to do the 3-month tour, mm-hmm. I heard that voice again and it said, move to Guatemala. Mm. And it's like, what? But I did. And I'm telling you, my life in Guatemala couldn't be any better.
You see? Well, history chose his people.
And that's what I say, you know, this story was waiting for me to tell it. It was waiting for me to write it. So suddenly I find that I am the expert on Afrodescendiente. What expert? You know, I just tell my story.
Right, right. But you see, you think it's your story, but it's the story of a people. You know?
So that's how I ended up here.
Okay. Well, thank God that you ended up, because remember when I met you, I was so surprised that you were from Guatemala. And I am sure that when people see these videos, they are going to be surprised also. Yeah. Because what we know of Guatemala is the mestizos or the indigenous people.
Hello.
I never saw a Black Guatemala until I met you.
Okay. Hello. Yeah, I went to a conference in the States, and the young man was a missionary. He was a missionary that was a missionary in Guatemala. And he proudly got up there and he told that there are no Blacks in Guatemala. And he just went on, and I'm sitting there listening to it. And my friend is next to me. He said, are you going to go and tell him that you are from Guatemala? Of course I am.
Oh my God. So but you see, they speak with such authority in their ignorance. Yes. Oh my God.
Yes. So I did go up to him and I spoke to him. I didn't call him out. I went up to him and I said, introduced myself. And I said, and I am Guatemalan. No, that's not possible. There are no Blacks. You can't tell me there are no Blacks in Guatemala when I'm telling you that I am Guatemalan.
Ever.
Yeah. But it ended up that he was up in the mountains with the indigenous people. Mm-hmm. And of course, we're not up there.
Yeah. But you don't talk when you don't know. You say you don't know because we don't know everything. So you just don't make those kind of, affirmations and with such authority, and depending on where they are and the authority they have, people just believe without question.
And believe everything that they say.
Yes, So I think this is our time, the historical juncture because of the decade and stuff like that. So it is our time to speak our truth. Yeah. And and to make, as you said, we create the opportunities. We are not going to wait for anyone. As Shirley Campbell, who was
I know she. Yeah.
She did. She said it, and I like what she said. They already study us. They already spoken for us. We're tired of that. We tired of that. We want to tell our story. We want to write it. And you listen and learn.
So it is.
Because we have a lot to give.
Yeah. But let me say, I thank you so much for this opportunity, because what it did is my publisher have been asking me for a second edition. And I tell her, I don't feel it. I'm not motivated. I don't feel it. I'm not inspired. But in doing the research to put this presentation together, that's the information that I need for the second edition.
You see, and not only that, let me give you a little more work. Make a comparative study with Costa Rica. That we have enough information, bibliography that you could use to show, the comparison between the two groups in terms of the history and the struggles. So you could I'm just throwing it out there.
I know, but I'd have to get in touch with people. Yeah, that is possible, because I would like to know the names, the people, how much do you know?
And remember now, we have technology and it is easy, and people are open and people want to tell their stories. People want to tell their stories. So you just need to contact one person and then it just snowballs. So I'm encouraging you, my sister. I'm encouraging. We need it. We need information.
Somos voces de la historia, sangre, tinta y papel. Somos voces de la historia, mis ancestros, su saber, mis ancestros, su saber, mis ancestros, su saber.